Hi everyone, welcome back to Tango Tresses 10. I know it's been a while since I've been here, just forgive me. I have a lot going on, school, presentation, college. That's all I have to say. So what I wanted to come to you guys and speak about today is something that has been coming up a lot lately. Just speaking with people, reading articles in the media. That topic is natural hair professional? Where do we draw the line between what hairstyle is professional and neat and what hairstyle is messy and unprofessional? Previously, I've had a conversation with a friend. We were talking about hair and she was relaying to me the struggles that she has gone through with having natural hair and working in a corporate environment. In Jamaica, by the way, if you didn't know, that's where I'm living right now. This girl has glorious hair. Her hair is healthy. Her hair is just a glorious crown on her head and I love it to pieces, right? She's been telling me that, she wore her hair out, in an afro-like state, and her boss or her supervisor came to her and said, you need to tone it down. They told her that she needed to tone down her hair, it was too distracting. Similarly, I think everyone has heard about the story about the young girl that was threatened to be expelled from her school, from her private school, due to the fact that she wore her hair out in a similar state as my friend. The article that I read about her story, the young girl's story, was that the school had guidance about hairstyling. It shouldn't be distracting, no afros, no mohawks, no this and no that and whatever and the third, no bright hair colors or whatever. So to tackle these issues and these topics, we need to ask ourselves, why is it that afros or kinky curly textured hair is seen as unprofessional, as unkempt, as messy, as distracting? And I'm going to tell you why right now. I'm going to talk about Jamaican society right now because that's where I live. We grew up in a society that has taught us that afro-textured hair, that kinky curly hair is seen as, ugly, unprofessional, unkept, nasty, distracting. And, through generations that's been passed down since slavery, since colonialism, since our ancestors were brought over here on the slave ship. They were taught that their hair or their features were ugly, they were unacceptable, and that they had to change them to assimilate into society. We've emerged from that plantation society, and it has spilled over, and that stigma attached to our features, namely our African textured hair, has spilled over into corporate Jamaica and in other sectors, but we're talking about corporate Jamaica. It has spilled over into corporate Jamaica, and they tell us that, you can't walk into a boardroom with an afro. You can't walk in a boardroom, with unkempt hair, mainly messy hair, meaning hair that cannot be tamed. You need to tame your hair in order to be seen as a serious individual. I've experienced firsthand, because when I've worked in corporate Jamaica, people have been telling me, Chantel, wow, why did you get your locks so thick? You need to do something with your hair. You need to do this and you need to do that. Why is it that in a country where the demographic is predominantly people of African descent, why is it that we subject ourselves to this colonial style of thinking where we think that African or nappy hair or kinky curly hair is unprofessional? Why is it that we still subject ourselves to that? We can't ignore the history of where we come from. Obviously, slavery and colonialism has had its impacts on our society, and I accept that, and I see that, you understand? Which is why women and people women feel like they need to straighten their hair, while both the sexes feel like they need to lighten their skin. We need to tackle these issues. We need to think, we need to open our minds and think, why is it that we conform to these standards of beauty that aren't our own? In a state that we're predominantly African people, where most people in Jamaica are black. It's ridiculous to me. I don't know. In the case of the US, we have a very similar history in terms of slavery and colonialism and, what we've been through and our persecution and as black people. That little girl, if you read that article and you saw the picture of that little girl with her beautiful hair, People have been commenting on it saying that no one said that she needed to change her texture. They were just saying that she needs to put her hair in a neater style. And yes, we've been taught that, you know, we need to neaten up ourselves, we need to slick it back, we need to do this and do that to make sure that our hair is professional, make sure our hair isn't stepping on anyone's toes, it's not distracting. But why? Why is it that you feel like she needs to tame her hair when her other counterpart, which is white or who has naturally straight hair, can wear her hair out and not feel anything about it, not be persecuted for it? You understand? All she did was wear her hair out in its natural state. You wouldn't have been saying anything to a girl with straight hair, naturally straight hair, who wore it in the same style. You wouldn't be saying anything to her, so why are you saying anything to this young lady? It's the same thing with Gabby Douglas. You know, when she was in the Olympics, people were saying,
oh, she needs to do something with her hair, it's not neat, it's not neat.
And she had relaxed hair. What is the deal? Guys, you need to stop the shit. In terms of Jamaica, we need to definitely build ourselves up as a nation. We walk around ignorant every day. And I hear so many comments about natural hair and women who go natural hair, the contempt I hear in people's voices for women who decide to go natural. Sometimes, you know, there are those people who support and, you know, congratulate and, you know, find beauty in natural hair. But for those who don't, for those who have contempt, for those who do not understand the journey at which a woman of African descent has to go through to, you know, defy society's standards and accept herself, you know, you need to get on board. We need to progress. And that can only be achieved through change, through a change in mindset. You understand? This is definitely a critique of society, and I hope we can, you know, create or start this discussion on why we view things as, you know, hair, and why we think that hair needs to be tamed. So, I mean, that's all I have to say. That's all I have to say for now in terms of this video. But, you know, if you liked what you heard, or if you like me talking to you guys, just give the video a thumbs up and I'll continue producing videos like this, as well as other tutorials. But, you know, from time to time we can rant and rave together, you see me? Yeah. So, thanks again for watching Tango Tresses 10. Bless up on yourself.